You are probably tired of the false promises and the get-rich-quick schemes that seem to flood your social media feed every single day. Most people talk about dropshipping, affiliate marketing, or Amazon FBA, as if they are magic buttons you can press to make money appear in your bank account. But the reality is much more complex. Today at Tech Vibes, we are cutting through the noise to provide a no-nonsense guide on how to actually make money online in a sustainable way. This isn't about finding a secret app or an unknown loophole. It is about understanding the real mechanics of digital business and choosing a path that actually rewards your effort. If you have tried and failed at online ventures before, you might think it is because you haven't found the right method yet. Maybe you tried selling services on Fiverr and no one bought them, or you tried trading and lost your capital. The truth is that almost all legitimate online business models work, but they all have a learning curve and require a serious commitment. The real issue isn't whether a method works, but whether it is worth your specific investment of time and money. Some paths can take months or even years of grinding before you see a single dollar. You need to identify which methods offer the best potential for real results, without a disproportionate amount of risk or stress. The internet can be a jungle full of people trying to sell you junk courses. They will promise you that a $1,000 investment in their secret system will make you an instant millionaire. You should be extremely cautious when you hear words like passive, automatic, guaranteed, or risk-free. While not all courses are bad, you must realize that almost all the information inside a paid course can be found for free if you are willing to do the research yourself. What a good course actually provides is organization and a community of support, but it is never a substitute for the work you have to do. Let's dive into one of the most effective and accessible online businesses right now, which is Kindle publishing through the Amazon KDP platform. This business involves publishing digital or physical books to sell on Amazon's massive marketplace. Many people think you need to spend thousands on ads to succeed here, but there is a powerful and free alternative called TikTok. Content creators are using TikTok to go viral by showing off their books in short, engaging videos. They post 2 to 3 times a day, testing different angles until they find a formula that works. Once they find that winning content style, they replicate it over and over again to drive consistent sales. This strategy works incredibly well for specific types of low-content books. Think about journals, diaries, coloring books, or even funny notebooks. These types of products have high viral potential because they are visually appealing and easy for people to understand at a glance. Imagine you create a book and price it so that your net profit is $7 per sale. If you create a video that reaches 100,000 views and only 1% of those viewers actually buy the book, you have made $7,000 from a single video. The investment is almost zero, and the potential for a massive return is very real. The steps to get started with Amazon KDP are straightforward but require attention to detail. First, you need to set up your KDP account and create a high-quality book. This doesn't mean you have to write a novel. It could be a beautifully designed journal or a niche coloring book. Next, you create a dedicated TikTok profile and start publishing 1 to 3 videos every day. You don't need a professional camera. Your smartphone is more than enough. The key is to analyze what content is already going viral in your niche and model your videos after those successful examples. When a video hits, double down on that format. The second and perhaps most powerful online business model is YouTube. While many think the market is saturated, the reality is that YouTube is a searchable platform with a nearly infinite audience. You don't need millions of subscribers to make a full-time living. You just need a loyal audience in a specific niche. To understand the money side of YouTube, you need to know 2 key metrics. First is CPM, which is the amount advertisers pay for every 1,000 monetized views. Second is RPM, which is the actual revenue you receive per 1,000 total views after YouTube takes its cut. Once you meet the requirements for the YouTube Partner Program, you earn money from the ads that appear on your videos. But ad revenue is just the tip of the iceberg. A successful channel can also generate income through sponsorships, affiliate links, and digital products. The process starts with picking a niche that is both interesting to you and profitable for advertisers. High RPM niches often include finance, business, and technology. Once you have a niche, you move into the production phase, which involves research, writing a script, recording a voiceover, and editing the video. If you are just starting out, you can do all of these steps yourself using free tools. However, if your goal is to build a large-scale business, you will eventually need to think about delegating. Delegating tasks like video editing or thumbnail design allows you to focus on the high-level strategy and produce more content. Whether you are a student looking for a side hustle or an entrepreneur aiming for six figures, setting clear goals is essential. If you want to expand rapidly, hiring a team is the best way to leverage your time. The secret to success on YouTube boils down to two things: click-through rate, or CTR, and audience retention. CTR is the percentage of people who see your thumbnail and actually click on it. Audience retention is how long they stay and watch. The higher these metrics are, the more the YouTube algorithm will recommend your video to new people. Your goal is to create content that people find so valuable or entertaining that they watch until the very end. This signals to the platform that your video is worth promoting, which leads to exponential growth. Do not expect a linear path to success. You will encounter obstacles, whether it is a video that performs poorly or a book that doesn't sell initially. These aren't failures, they are data points. Every time you overcome a technical difficulty or a marketing challenge, you are gaining awareness and building a skill set that no one can take away from you. When you encounter that same problem again, you will already have the solution ready. This accumulation of knowledge is what ultimately separates those who make it from those who quit. To help you make an informed choice, you should analyze all the available business models before jumping in. You need to consider the initial cost, the time required to see results, and the long-term scalability. Some businesses are active, meaning you stop getting paid when you stop working. Others are asset-based, meaning you build something once that continues to pay you over time. Both Kindle Publishing and YouTube are asset-based businesses, which is why they are often the most recommended paths for those seeking financial freedom. Making money online is entirely possible, but it is not a fairy tale. It requires a professional approach and a willingness to learn the technical details. You don't need to be a genius, but you do need to be persistent. Start by picking one method and mastering it before trying to do everything at once. Focus on providing real value to your audience or customers, and the money will naturally follow. Remember, the digital world is full of opportunity for those who are willing to look past the hype and put in the real work. Stick with tech vibes as we continue to break down the most effective ways to win in the digital economy. Make it from those who quit. To help you make an informed choice, you should analyze all the available business models before jumping in. You need to consider the initial cost, the time required to see results, and the long-term scalability. Some businesses are active, meaning you stop getting paid when you stop working. Others are asset-based, meaning you build something once that continues to pay you over time. Both Kindle Publishing and YouTube are asset-based businesses, which is why they are often the most recommended paths for those seeking financial freedom. Making money online is entirely possible, but it is not a fairy tale. It requires a professional approach and a willingness to learn the technical details. You don't need to be a genius, but you do need to be persistent. Start by picking one method and mastering it before trying to do everything at once. Focus on providing real value to your audience or customers, and the money will naturally follow. Remember, the digital world is full of opportunity for those who are willing to look past the hype and put in the real work. Stick with tech vibes as we continue to break down the most effective ways to win in the digital economy.